isolated.
Stressful.
Tension.
Misunderstood.
I don't feel accepted. Whenever I go to the store, like I always get strange looks, or I don't feel like I belong there because of the looks I get. And then even just walking around in general, like people just give you dirty looks or look at you differently just because of the color of your skin, and it makes you feel uncomfortable.
When I did move to Colorado, I had a lot of issues with trying to find the right place that I felt comfortable in.
You sort of have to find your way.
Because all the other places that I did live, it was more diverse, and so I did wish that it was more diverse here, but it's not going to be the same everywhere.
I realized that I had a new opportunity.
There wouldn't be one word. There's not one word you can describe to feel that.
I had changed personally, and I feel like here you just get a new opportunity at life.
You walk up into an English classroom and a kid walks up to you and says they're gonna lynch you for their school project. Like, that's the vibe you're gonna get from
It
it.
feels like sort of by yourself. You automatically become a minority, and you sort of have to find your way through like this society, this bubble, finding your groups, finding your groove.
I really don't think about it that much, but when I do, I kind of feel out of place or like people don't understand.
It made me feel nervous.
The only one of my skin tone race in the school.
If you wear like a BLM shirt or like support it or have it in your bio or anything, you can be looked at as different just walking around the community. Because they don't want to really face issues, they'd rather just have them disappear.
I'm a transfer student, so I just came here this year. It's a lot better than my previous high school. I love it. I like going to Mountain Vista. I feel like a lot of people are welcoming, and it was just easier for me to get used to Mountain Vista rather than at any other school that I was at previously. But I do think that there is room for improvement.
Protest that happened last summer, as I was looking around on the newses, I was seeing this happen in other places, and I see that it happens here in Colorado, and I thought to myself, that's actually quite impressive. It's finally happening here. We're getting attention here.
The protest made me really happy to see a lot of people like finally speaking out.
I wasn't really focusing on just our ethnic group as a whole. I was focusing on everybody as a whole.
Someone dying shouldn't be the reason why awareness should be spread. And I feel like it should be a 24/7, a constant thing that we're always being aware of the people around us and trying to understand them on a different level.
First matter at the hand at like the beginning of school was COVID. And once we solved that issue, now we could move into things like this.
I could feel the tension. I think I almost kind of felt like people were being overly sincere to try and maybe not to offend me or hurt my feelings or anything like that.
I feel like if we all, as like Mount Vista community, if we all came together, we got diversity club, we have little things going around throughout the school, like just like how we have Black History Month. I feel like if we all came together as students and teachers and staff or whatever, we participated all, I feel like we'd be more, as a family, quote unquote.
Trying to educate yourself is probably the best thing you could possibly do.
Show more like action, I'd say. Like not just posting a black screen on Instagram, because to me that doesn't do a lot.
In all honesty, not a lot of people will truly understand what we go through, but there's always that sense of support that you can give to the people around you who do struggle with it every day, because it is an everyday problem with us. It's just not like every once in a while, something that we have to think about every single day when we're walking through the halls and we're just driving or whatever we do. We always have to be careful and self-conscious and anxious.
But I want to see like more of action and like you showing that you understand how we feel.
And it can be any culture, not just African American culture. You just don't want to say the wrong thing with it. Because like even in history classes, like kids are staring at you because they don't know how to react to that, because what are they supposed to tell you? They don't know.
Angry.
Really offensive.
Annoying.
Ignorant.
Angry,
insensitive.
Honestly, it hurts because it's a very derogative word.
It's kind of hard to talk about it without not wanting to emotionally hurt anybody.
Even as a kid, I was taught to never say that word, even if now that it's used as, that we have reclaimed that word, I was taught to never use it because it still has that deeper meaning. What makes you feel that it's okay to say that word around me?
Touching on history, it started as a slavery term. That's what African American people are called. Then again, you fast forward to 2021, every song you listen to, you hear it.
I was told to not do anything about it, and I've always lived by that code. If somebody says it, don't do anything, because the second you do something, you're going to become the villain.
That word it should not be used.
As a black person, like, you only say it to, like, you only want to hear from another black person because of what it used to mean. You never really know how to, like, address the person and tell them, like, you can't say that because of this or this.
Like, I've experienced people have said it to me before, and people have said it around me, and I just think that's just so insensitive of them to not even know, they don't know the significance of the word.
Some kids are not cultured. I mean, that doesn't give them the right to say, let's say, the N-word. I feel like it's ignorance sometimes. It can be, they're unaware about the topic, but at the end of the day, it still shouldn't be said.
What they're saying is impactful and it's degrading.
Whether we like it, we're all different colors, we're all different people. So you saying that you don't see color, it's impossible.
No, I think that they should address that, yeah, everyone is a different color, so, like, we need to make sure that we know that that person may have things that you cannot overstep or that you shouldn't say at all because it will offend them.
Because that's something that your skin color should not be something that you have to worry about. It should not be something that you have to think about on a daily basis. And not seeing color is basically the same thing as ignoring it. They get uncomfortable because it has nothing to do with them, or they feel that it has nothing to do with them. In reality, it does. So I am a different color than you. I am a different person than you. I do have a different culture than you.
Creating awareness, especially here, you don't see a lot of what happening, like in places in Chicago, Detroit. You don't get a lot of that experience. And if you want to educate yourself to empathize with these people under these excruciating like pains, these types of videos are what creates awareness around those and allows people to have empathy.
I'm an older sister, and my sister goes here. I have 2 more siblings right after her. So I want this school to be a perfect environment for them.
I have 2 little sisters that are gonna come through Mountain Vista. They've already faced challenges or problems with racial, even though they're only in 5th and 3rd grade.
I don't want them to have to go through the same things that I went through. I want them to be able to go through life just like everybody else and not have to worry about what people think about them or whether their skin color is gonna affect if they get into certain things. Or I want them to be able to do whatever they want to and do whatever they can do and be their greatest version of themselves.
And it needs to change, I feel like. So by making the video, I'm hoping that inspires people to notice that these things are happening and that change needs to happen. And I don't completely blame the kids, I mostly blame the parents in how you raise your kids because it needs to be addressed.
Your skin color should not be something that you have to worry about.
It's so important to me just because here in the Vista community or just Douglas County as a whole, there's not very diverse staff members. So when it comes to racial incidents, such as when I was in the freshman class in math class, a kid walked up to me and told me the only reason my dad is here in the United States is he had to escape from war. I brought it up to the math teacher and he just pushed it to administration. I feel like it wasn't as effective. Once we bring more diverse culture or more terms to the table, it's going to be easier for everyone else to understand everything that's going on for an African American student here at Vista.
I think creating awareness is important because it sheds light on the issues instead of ignoring them, because ignoring them doesn't do anything. And recognizing people's struggles is what's going to help in the long run.